Manning, and that's the better quarterback. I am not going to get lost in team success and team awards and team achievements. I'm going to go evaluation of position and how you played it. So let's start off with a full screen, King, just to set the tone. Apples to apples comparison at the quarterback position. By yards per game, touchdowns per game, yards per attempt, and completion percentage. Ding, 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 ding. Peyton Manning. But that's a little boring.
It's very boring. It's
very
boring.
Because I don't like apples for my entree. So let's keep talking. When their careers overlapped, someone won 5 MVPs and somebody only won 2 MVPs. I wonder who won 5. Peyton Manning. So peak powers to peak powers, it was Peyton Manning. But let me give you guys a story before I kill Acho on my next laps with some much story and stats. I was in the defensive meeting rooms playing against both of these guys when they were starting their careers. We had to play against Peyton Manning when he was drafted in 1998 to a franchise that had not won a playoff game in 27 years versus when we had to play against Tom Brady, who was drafted to a franchise that just was in the Super Bowl 4 years prior. So Peyton Manning, you talking about having to go to an adverse place versus Tom Brady went to a place where things were kind of good. They had one bad year, but other than that, they were in the Super Bowl before you blink. And all of a sudden, we had to go and game plan. And let me just tell you, without calling out some defensive coordinators and head coaches' names, the difference in approach when we saw Peyton Manning behind center and Tom Brady behind center. Coach would say, look, there's a guy out there by the name of Machine Manning, and he's a machine. The first guy that ever authored at the line of scrimmage, not only the audible situation to the level and complexity he did, but the best offensive lineman I ever saw was Peyton Manning because he was a decisive quarterback. He would make sure he got rid of that ball before you could do anything. Meanwhile, Tom Brady was evolving, was growing, riding with a defense and special teams unit that was second to none. So in the situation I saw from our communication, in the meeting rooms, on the field, and actual statistics, not an argument. Peyton Manning, y'all.
Marcellus, you must have forgot to drink your pre-workout today, because that argument was weak. It was the weakest. Let's talk. You wanted to use stats, so I'm not even going to go there right now, because it's that barbershop talk.
You can't.
Let's talk about this. Peyton Manning, he had 5 MVPs. You talk about the organization that Peyton Manning went to. Who did Peyton Manning throw his touchdown passes to? Marvin Harrison, first-round pick. Reggie Wayne, first-round pick. Demaryius Thomas, first-round pick. Dallas Clark, first-round pick. Oh, who was his running back? Edgerrin James, first-round pick. Peyton Manning had nothing but first-round picks. Okay, let's talk about who did Tom Brady throw over the course of his career his touchdown passes to? Rob Gronkowski, third-round pick. Julian Edelman, 7th-round pick, played quarterback. Wes Welker, undrafted. Oh, but wait. Tom Brady had Randy Moss. Acho, how you forget Randy? You're right. Randy Moss had 39 touchdown passes when he played with Tom Brady. Tom Brady, Randy Moss were together for 2 full seasons. One of those seasons, he won MVP. The one of the 2 years that Tom Brady had a full season with a first-round talent of Randy Moss, he won an MVP. But here's what you're going to say. Oh, my God, it's so weak. Here's what you're going to say.
So weak.
Well, what about coaching? What about Bill Belichick? What about coaching? Great. Tom Brady has had Bill Belichick as his head coach and really as his GM.
Oh, really? We didn't know that.
Peyton Manning, he had Tony Dungy, also a Hall of Famer. But Tony Dungy can't compare to Bill Belichick, Acho. You sound stupid. You're right. He only had arguably the greatest GM of all time in Bill Polian. Bill Polian plus Tony Dungy, equivalent to Bill Belichick. It's not even a conversation. Tom Brady, by far and away, over Peyton Manning. They are number 1 and number 2. Tom Brady is top 2, and he is not 2.
Oh, my gosh, Acho. Your pre-workout drink was a fraud. Now, I took my jacket off to look out for you against Big Bro, but now I got to look out for Big Bro on this one and go get you on this one. It's Peyton Manning easily. You brought up Tony Dungy. Everybody's talking about, oh, it's the coaching. Well, let me throw an interesting piece of information your way, Acho. Your boy Peyton Manning made 4 Super Bowl appearances.
He did. He only went to them.
How many coaches did he have in those appearances
4.
as head coaches? Go ahead and put your hand up.
4.
Okay. If you understand the complexities of being able to win under different head coaches, then you'll understand how amazing a feat that is to make 4 Super Bowl appearances with 4 different quarterbacks or 4 different coaches. That says to me that you're winning because of the quarterback, in spite of who the coach may be. It may be seen that, because for what it's worth, you know, your boy, Mr. Dungy, I love him to death, one of the most respected dudes ever. He didn't get that Super Bowl when he was in Tampa, right? So the thing about it is they got rid of him and thought that they should bring in somebody younger, more vibrant. They brought in Chucky, and then they went to a Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm not here to argue that. What I'm arguing is the fact that if you're with Peyton Manning, you have more of a chance to win than with any other quarterback. So now, that's my first lap. That's my first lap.
No, I wasn't even a lap. That was 200 meters. You still ran a half. You still got half a lap to go.
I can give you a full lap.
What you're saying is, we should give Marcellus credit for running off co-hosts and surviving although nobody else can survive. That's what we should do. Maybe we should look at the problem, but I'm not going to go there.
If the show is performing,
I'm not going to go there. Here's where I'm going to go. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, they have both reached the heights to enter into the conversation of greatness, right? Like we talk about LeBron and Michael Jordan. They have entered into the conversation of greatness. They've done what they've done. But after you're in that conversation of greatness, the delineating marker is chips. You talk about 4 championships. 4 championships that Peyton Manning went to. He won 2. That's 50%. Tom Brady's been
greatness of winning. Greatness of winning.
Tom Brady's the greatest winner, if you want to say the greatness of winning. Tom Brady is the greatest winner also of all time.
Let's go to break.
But that's not the question.
That's not even a question.
Who's the better quarterback? What is the job of a quarterback? What is a job of a quarterback? To distribute the ball and to win. So if the job of the quarterback, LeVar, is to win, Marcellus, he shouldn't have done this. You're going to have to dish LeVar. If the job of the quarterback is to win, and Tom Brady is the better winner, then Tom Brady is the better quarterback. Tom Brady did the job of the quarterback better than any other quarterback in NFL
So you're
history.
saying that Trent Dilfer is a better quarterback than Jim Kelly? Or Dan Marino?
No, because there is a threshold.
Is Nick Foles in the conversation?
No, because nobody would argue
in the conversation.
Nobody would argue is Robert Horry a better basketball player than LeBron James.
They would argue Bill Russell. Is Bill Russell better than Michael Jordan? Is Bill Russell better than Michael Jordan?
There's a threshold of greatness.
Bill Russell crosses that threshold. Is he better than Michael Jordan?
There's a threshold of Will anybody argue that Bill Russell is more talented than Michael Jordan? No, better. Everybody's stuttering. Who's better, Bill Russell or Michael Jordan? That's your point, Marcel. We can talk a basketball argument. We can talk basketball, too.
Hey, big dog, look, you keep going like that's the only line item in this conversation, winning it all. It is an important one. But we're saying who's better because Barry Sanders never won a title. And I dare you to come up here and try to argue me. And I can use your logic. I hate your Frankenstein argument.
Running back doesn't have the same dictation on winning.
Okay, Emmitt Smith didn't have this success. Put Barry Sanders in Emmitt Smith's position and switch him. Oh, my God, let's get out of this conversation. All right, so here we go. I'm going to use your words against you because you wanted to say they both qualified. Yeah, Peyton won 5 MVPs. I don't know how you slight that. And Tom Brady only won 2 when they were playing together. And then you said, but you give him a first-round receiver. You give him Randy Moss. He sets the NFL record and has 50 touchdowns. Peyton Manning did that not only once, but twice. Not only did he get 50, and he said, oh, y'all didn't like that? At the age of 37, winning the MVP,
what happened when he
went out there and won and had 55 touchdowns.
And got embarrassed in the Super Bowl with those 55 touchdowns.
What are you talking about?
That, but he's been the MVP consecutively 2 times. No, not once. He's been the MVP of the league consecutively 2 times.
Twice.
Listen to me on this one. Let me school you up on this one.
Please.
If you think about Peyton Manning, he was a all-pro first team 7 times. 7 times. There's only a few higher at 8. And your boy Tom Brady is at 4. He's got 4 first-team All-Pro bids. There's no debate here. When you look at Peyton Manning's body of work and what he's been able to accomplish, we can absolutely agree with you on saying that Tom Brady is historically the greatest winning quarterback of all time. No doubt about it.
He's the greatest quarterback.
But best quarterback? The most complete, balanced quarterback. If I'm in the draft today, 2020 hindsight, knowing what I know right now, if we have a draft today and I have to choose between Peyton Manning and Tom Brady,
What?
I'm taking Peyton
Not
Manning.
even close.
And why am I taking Peyton Manning? Because I don't have to worry about if Bill Belichick is there to develop Peyton or Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, because it says in historical context that Peyton Manning can go to the big dance with any coach that he has. 4 Super Bowls, 4 different coaches.
I'm holding
Stop this madness.
up 3 fingers for one reason. Categories, qualifiers for success. We've all said this on the show before. You can disagree if you want. We'll pull up the tapes. Ability, availability, sustainability. Ability, availability, sustainability. In Peyton Manning's 18th season in the National Football League, Peyton Manning got benched for a man named Brock Osweiler. Peyton Manning had 9 touchdowns and 17 interceptions in Peyton Manning's 18th year. That is that 3rd category of sustainability. But you know what? I don't even got to talk about it. Let me show it to y'all. Full screen, Prince, please. In Tom Brady's 18th year in the NFL, he just led the NFL in passing yards and won another MVP season. So if you want to say sustainability, Tom Brady. If you want to say availability, Tom Brady. If y'all want to say that Peyton Manning's ability, his heights were higher, then sure, I will give that to you.
Think?
But we cannot sit here and act as if you don't give Tom Brady 3 first-round receivers over the course of his career, he wouldn't have dominated. Because he had 1 first-round talent receiver for 2 years, and he had an MVP.
Give Tom Brady 4 different head coaches. What are you going to get?
We're already on number 2. We'll see how that plays out this year. Look, the conversation around Peyton Manning has never been, is it him? Is it the system? Is it the defense? Is it the special teams? It's never been that, Acho. And it's funny, you always bring that up. Acho always talks about, top 10 scoring defenses. And in 15 of his 18 seasons as a starter in New England, he had a top 10 defense. You know how many times
whole bunch of Hall of Famers on there.
The Peyton Manning had that with the coach? Just 5. And that's your strongest point. Or your other point, which you always want to talk about. Just imagine Peyton Manning in New England. Imagine Peyton Manning with Belichick.
Imagine Tom Brady with first-round picks.
Imagine what that would look like. It's crazy. Do not ever show me another full-screen prints of Michael Jordan's Wizard years and then try to put that into the conversation of his greatness.
Dude, 2 years before his 55 touchdowns.
Get us out of here. Oh, my God. Did you just hit him with that Martellus?
In our big story, Russell Wilson says he wants to win an MVP this season like Peyton Manning did 5